How's it going, everyone? This is your boy Harley. Welcome back with another video, everyone. So, it's been a hot minute since I recorded, and part of it is out of laziness, and part of it is based on my schedule. But I'm gonna make sure I keep posting content a little bit more consistently because your boy has been slacking. So, I figured I'm gonna talk about something a little bit different today. Down the line, I want to try to get into some new content, but I gotta save some money for some new equipment and all that. So I'm trying to go right into it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say this because people have always been wondering why I choose this route the way I do when it comes to my dating life. It's something that's always been questioned of me as to why I go this route a lot of times. And honestly, everyone, for people that are curious, it's something that I choose to do, and it's something that's always made me feel happy. So I'll go ahead and tell you what that's about. Oh, my hat's a little bit tight. All right, so I'm currently talking to someone, but it's very complicated right now because as of right now, like she's trying to focus on herself, but I am considered single, which means I'm still currently still surveying my options, which there hasn't been a lot of. She's been the only one that I've been talking to. So it might be that whether she's the one or she's not the one, either way, just have fun with life. So I've went on some dates with her and all that too. And may I remind you, for some people that didn't know, and not that it would matter, it shouldn't even matter to this point, that she's outside of my race. Now, people have always said, like, Harley, you're Jewish. People have said that, Harley, you're Jewish. You should be dating women within your own religion and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm not a fan of that BS, honestly, too. People might take offense if I say this way, but I'm not a big fan with people telling me, like, people who I should date or who I shouldn't date. Or I thought Jewish people were supposed to do. And again, I don't like it when people make that stereotype where people say, oh, you're Jewish, aren't you going to get in trouble for dating a girl outside your race? I don't care. I got a tattoo. My older brother got a tattoo. And they say you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery. This is my thought. As long as I go to heaven, I'm happy. Just like how he said the same exact thing. Same way how as long as a woman makes me happy, that's all that matters at this point. So, and sorry if I'm not so ecstatic. We just played a league game and we actually I'm not gonna get into that. But other than that, I'm in a good mood so far too. But other than that, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this is that I choose to date outside my race because interracial dating and interracial relationships happen to be one of the more beautiful things in life. When two how should I say this? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I taste that. That was my apology to me. Bad manners. How should I say this? When two different worlds collide, that's better. When two different worlds collide, you start to, I don't know how to say it. Like you start to feel out why you want to learn one person than the other. Honestly, with me, I'll see a person outside my skin as any other person. I see them, and I've said this on one of my Instagram pages that I see skin. I see different colors of skin with transparency, meaning I can see right through you. And that means I see everyone the same way. I'm gonna look at a white person as I am gonna look at a black person the same way, and I'm gonna look at a Hispanic person the same way I'm gonna look at a white person the same way too. I'm cold-heartedly against racism, and I'm cold-heartedly, if that's the right term to use, against why people should date within their race and think that it's better for them. This is an equal world. I didn't grow up this way. It was just what my interest was always been a part. I started gaining an interest of a black woman since I was in middle school. Now, is it the case that I'm only wanting to date a black woman? No. I've tried my options with a white girl. I've tried to go options with a Jewish girl. I'm open to any race possible. The only reason why I'm stating this right now is because I've been requested to do this video, and so I gotta answer this question that everyone's been asking me why I've been doing this. Number one, it could be it's also partially preference. Like if I go to a club, I'm just using this as an example, and it has worked for me. And sorry if I had to bend down certain way. It's because of the angles, and I'm doing a different camera view. Number one, it has been preference because if I'm in a club, I see one black girl, and I see a bunch of other white girls. If I see a bunch of other white girls in the club, and that one black girl who's attractive isn't with anyone, I'm gonna make my move on the black girl because a lot of times it might not be the case. I could be wrong on this. I could be wrong, and I hope I don't none of you take this the wrong way. When that happens, it's because they're most. I found my train of thought. My train of thought. It's because they want to look for a white guy a lot of times too. That may not always be the case, or sometimes they'll just take what's available for them. Same case how I'm taking what's available for me if I'm in a club in that situation. Now, I feel like I'm not thinking about kids, but having a woman of opposite skin or any other race is more of a beautiful thing to me than the same race. Not that I'm against the same race relationships or marriages. It's just that being that we're in this world where we just dealt with a ruthless 2020 where a white person gets the benefit of the doubt of doing something much worse and then still gets set free, whereas opposed to a person of skin would be looked at as a criminal because of a thing that they did less, that wasn't as bad as what a white person did, and they still get more consequences and they get more of the punishment. So let's not forget about that. But I am the type of person, excuse me, damn. I am the type of person that I like to explore my options. And I've been around women that say that they prefer white guys over their own race, and I've been around white girls that prefer to be with a black guy before their own race. So, and fellas, before I continue, because I'm enunciating, like telling people by their skin, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I'm not gonna call. I could say dark skin, but me saying a white person is the same thing as me calling the person of black. Like it's and again, I'm against racism, so I hope you all don't take it the wrong way when I actually. Because some people I've come across where they actually do take it the wrong way if you say by their actual skin color, but I don't know why. But I hope you guys don't find it offensive if I am straight up with what I'm calling it. And so my thing is that it's always been a comfort for me. Like I'm not gonna go be vague or be very discreet here. I'm gonna tell it the way it is. Like there are some I like a woman who has a big butt and has pretty decent sized breasts. I'm more of a big butt person. I'm not gonna use the profanity here as I would on Instagram, but I prefer a big booty woman. I'll just say it that way. I prefer a woman that has a bigger booty than a woman with small breasts. I don't mind much height. This is all preference of women, but it's just like whenever I've gone to a club or anywhere else, a lot of times I've made my moves on a black woman. And a lot of times I made my moves on a white woman. So it's equal. It's 50-50 with white women and black women. And Spanish women are excluded. I've made moves on Indian. I've made moves on any type of race. I see myself down the line being with a woman outside my race than my own race. I could always be wrong. But at the end of the day, it's like race is all about preference. And at the end of the day, I said it again, like we can't be judgmental of skin. Like everyone's free whoever they want to be with. And people shouldn't judge how a woman looks, same way and vice versa with how a man should look at that time. Excuse me. There are going to be times where you look at a gorgeous woman, but you see an ugly guy. There are certain qualities that that ugly guy might have, as opposed to what the ugly, like the a better looking guy might not have, and it's vice versa with a woman. There might be certain qualities that an ugly woman, or I'm not gonna forget. I'm not gonna say ugly. I already cursed right there. So there's gonna be some qualities that a woman, actually, that guy's gonna see in a woman that's not so pretty, as opposed to a quality that a pretty woman may not have. And I don't know why that's the case, or a person that's not as attractive has more qualities as more attractive. But then again, it I can answer that because some people are naturally nicer. It's personality. It could be the money perspective. It could be what you see down the line. A lot of things too. And I've went on a date with one not so pretty girl, but she had a decent body, but it was personality that didn't blend very well. But when I did take the time, like, I started to realize, like, look, as long as the girl is pretty and has a good body and has a very good personality to where she comforts me and we give each other 100%, that's all that matters. So I like dating. I like dating outside my race. You start to learn the other side of their world, and you start sharing, like, your own world with theirs, so that way you like, both parties can explore their options very well. It's something. My last relationship was with a Haitian girl, and I loved it. I just didn't like the conclusion go, but I'm gonna mention that in my next video as to how that relationship ended. I'm not gonna make any names out of safety, but I am gonna mention that in my next video. So I'll keep you posted on that. Other than that, I love every woman equally, just like how I love all my friends equally. And that's something we can't dispute. It's something that's accepted from beginning to end. Some people might have a problem with it. Some people might not have a problem with it. The people that I don't know anyone that does that has a problem with it, but the people that do have a problem with it, that's their opinion. If you feel like I shouldn't date a woman outside my race, then I already know my opinion of you. Like, everyone should date who they want to date. And I don't know why that when people ask me this, these aren't people that I know, number one. Because if I was friends with these people, I would have told them to just back away from what you think. Like, some people say, like, oh, you're Jewish, you're supposed to date within your religion, it becomes better in that route. Then I had a friend telling me, like, a while ago, that, look, there's a reason why this happens. So, like there's a reason why. And I'm like, yeah, but they shouldn't think that like that. So bottom line is this, everyone. Date who you want to date. Let your heart know, like, show your heart to that person and show why everyone is equal as one. Like, there's a reason being we were all accepted on this earth, and that's to be equal. Nobody should judge anyone when it comes to dating. And that's your choice and no one else's. That's why I like to date outside my race. So I love you all. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to see y'all later. Holla at me later. Yeah.